What's up, everybody? Welcome to Under the Arch Sports. My name is Eric Hobbs, and today we're going to talk about why Mizzou fans can be optimistic for the second half of the 2022 season. Before we begin, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and find us on Facebook, Instagram, and on Twitter. Okay, guys, so this is a kind of a two-part series. David is talking about why Mizzou fans might be pessimistic for the rest of this season. I'm going to talk about why Mizzou fans can be optimistic. Why, things might be okay. So understand that this video might be kind of pie in the sky, a little bit of a things can go well, not necessarily what we expect to happen. So for what we think will happen, you'll have to see our week-to-week preview videos. Anyway, if you want optimism for the Missouri football team, look no further than the defense. You are talking about a unit that is 23rd in the country in total defense, giving up a shade under 330 yards per game. That includes the 23rd ranked pass defense. Missouri's giving up 191.5 yards per game through the air. So statistically, Missouri's defense is a top 25 defense, which that's awesome in and of itself, right? But then think about where Missouri's defense was last year, especially the run defense. I mean, it's a miracle that this defense is what it is. It's what's keeping Missouri in all of these football games. And it's incredible. It's a testament to the job that Blake Baker's done. You look at Tyron Hopper. He is incredible the way he's performing. He is the best player on the football field a lot of the time. And, absolutely all-conference type of season. May get some mentions for, some All-American teams when it's all said and done. We'll see. And then you can be optimistic because Missouri reinforced the defense, in particular the defensive line with the transfer portal, and a number of guys have hit, especially Christian Williams. Those guys leading the way, and they are the key reason that Missouri is really going to be in every football game, perhaps not Tennessee, but I think otherwise they're going to be in contention to win every football game the rest of the way, or at least the defense will give them that opportunity. Offensively, yes, the offense is limited. That said, while Brady Cook is a big part of the reason that Missouri lost to Florida, we've seen him be capable of being the game manager that Mizzou fans want and expect. No one expects him to go out there and be Chase Daniel, but I think everyone's expecting and hoping that he can, complete 65-70% of his passes, 200 yards or so, maybe a little more, and a touchdown pass here or there. He showed he can do it against Georgia. So we know it's there. It's possible. Against Georgia, he was 20 out of 32 for 192 yards with a touchdown. No interceptions. And really nothing bad aside from that final drive. The takeaway there is that he can do it against the very best. So, again, seems like Carolina, Kentucky, Arkansas. Yeah, it's fair to have that hope. And if Brady Cook performs like he did against Georgia, against those teams, Missouri's going to have a great shot to win these football games. And in terms of what's going to help Brady Cook's performance, this bye week comes at a great time for Missouri. It's exactly halfway through the season, and the wide receiver room was getting a little banged up. All right, Dominic Lovett was out there against Florida, but he was limited. Barrett Bannister did not play. Luther Burden was trying to gut it out. He got hurt. There's talk it's a high ankle sprain. If that's the case, there's a good chance that he doesn't play at 100% the rest of the season. But Dominic Lovett may be the key here. This bye week, I think, is going to be huge for him. And then playing Vandy out of it, who's lost 24 straight SEC games. It's a great opportunity to perhaps rest him even more. And I think that's really going to help get him to 100%. And Dominic Lovett at 100% is an all-SEC type receiver. And that's going to help Brady Cook a lot. Offensively, it's also interesting to see that beginning with the Auburn game, Missouri began to add Armand Membo out there as an extra offensive lineman. It's a good adjustment. It worked against Auburn and Georgia. We didn't see it so much versus Florida, and that could just be a matchup deal. Missouri ran the football got chunks against Florida. I like that it's an adjustment that seems to have worked. It helps negate the situation with Missouri's tight ends. It is an adjustment to account for that. Well, the tight end's not doing a whole lot, so let's get an extra offensive lineman and make the whole offense better. I like it. I think Armand Membo, by the end of this season, is going to be one of the better offensive linemen on the team in terms of guys who actually play. So that's good. I think having this bye week is going to help the offensive line altogether because you have a week of practice, just building more repetitions. You hear any offensive lineman talk. Working as a unit is crucial. Yes, you have your individual assignments, but offensive lines are a unit. And just this bye week and playing Vandy is an opportunity for just increased effectiveness in terms of communication and cohesiveness as a unit. And I think that's really going to help Missouri, especially because they had to readjust. Remember, Missouri lost Zeke Powell, the right tackle, during the Auburn game. So the 5 that have been out there don't have a whole lot of reps together, but this bye week comes and allows them to get more repetition together. Speaking of more repetition, this bye week is an opportunity for young guys to get more playing time in terms of practice. Coach Drinkwitz was asked about that sort of thing in practice, and he said, "Yeah, there was a couple of practices where they did not focus at Vanderbilt at all. They just focused internally on themselves, and a big part of that was getting younger guys a lot of experience, and that includes on the offensive line. That also includes at running back, Tavares Jones, who I think we're going to see a lot more of later in the season, especially if we get to the point of him not risking burning his red shirt. As for Sam Horn, I think with the season now kind of at 2-4, and you're looking to the future, just given the situation you're in, I think there's an opportunity for Mizzou fans to see him maybe for a series here or there. I don't know that that'll happen, but I wouldn't be surprised to see it 1, maybe 2 games going forward. So there's an opportunity there for Missouri. Finally, I want to talk about the schedule. Mizzou has already got their hard non-conference game out of the way at Kansas State. They have already played Georgia. They've got a trip to the Swamp out of the way. So looking at what they've got left, you've got home games against Vanderbilt. You have a home game against Kentucky, against Arkansas, in addition to New Mexico State. So 4 games at home. None of them are unwinnable. Kentucky probably the hardest, but that can be done. We saw South Carolina against Kentucky, right? So yeah, Missouri can win any of those games. It's just going to take Missouri playing a near perfect game, but if they do, I think they will beat any of those teams. The Tennessee game is on the road. Yeah, that's going to be a very, very hard game. Good chance it's ugly. That said, that's no different than the beginning of the season, okay? It's not like Tennessee's emergence has taken a toss-up game and made it harder. I think anybody who is being reasonable as a Missouri fan expected that to be an uphill battle from the get-go. So nothing changes there. And then you have a big, big, big opportunity at South Carolina. That's turning into a great rivalry. South Carolina's not that good. Even with their performance against Kentucky, they're still very beatable, even in the other Columbia. So I won't go ahead and say it's all in front of Missouri, but there's opportunities for this team to show signs and provide the fan base with some enthusiasm. So yeah, there are reasons for Missouri fans to have hope and be enthusiastic, not just going forward into 2023 and beyond, but for the rest of this season. If you think I am just full of crap and this season is going down the toilet, maybe you need to check out David's video on why Mizzou fans should be pessimistic. It's essentially going to be the opposite, of what I've just laid out. Go ahead and check that out anyway, even if you think I'm right on this one. Anyways, thanks for checking out this video. Check out that one and all our coverage of Mizzou football, Mizzou basketball coming, and the St. Louis Blues. Thanks for checking out this video. See you guys next time.